Hello family and friends, welcome back again. It's been a minute. Today this is my view. I hope you're enjoying it because I am enjoying it. Anyways, I'm back again with another video. In my previous video, if you don't watch my previous video, please go and watch. It was about the Africa Climate Collaborative Fellowship, and I told you all about the fellowship, how you have to apply. Also, after I put up the video, I've had a lot of engagements. Thank you all so much to anyone who subscribed, to anyone who commented, who liked. I've had also people reach out to me to show interest about the fellowship and ask more about it, and some ask for guidance and how to go about it. So yeah, thank you all so much, and I'm back again with another video. And today I'm talking about 5 things I think you should know if you want to do your postgraduate studies, especially if you are considering the Climate Change and Sustainable Development program at the Center for Climate Change and Sustainability Studies. Yes, so this is basically for you to know and then prep yourself. Okay, so let's start. First thing I would share is that I think based on the engagement I've had, people were concerned if because they don't have a physical science background, they felt like climate change courses or climate change programs are not for them. Please, if you're considering climate change and sustainable development program, it's interdisciplinary. So whatever background you have, you can still do the program because it's an intersection of policy, communication, economics, health. It's multidisciplinary, so please, that's what you should understand. So don't come in with the idea that, oh, I don't have a physics background or a geography background or anything of the sort. I don't have a geography background, even though I did like physical science in senior high, and then I did a BSc also, but I didn't have geography background. And I realized that coming into the program, I thought I knew what it's all about. I mean, outside, if you're doing advocacy or you're interested in climate change, you don't really know. Okay, so you are coming to school to learn. So yes, it's a whole lot of things you get to learn. There's a geography part of it, there's a science part of it, and there's a policy part of it, there's a physics part of it, there's accounting part of it. It's a whole lot, and it's interesting. There's a communication part of it. So yes, it's not purely for people who did physical sciences, social science, economics, politics, public administration, whatever your background is, you can still study climate change and sustainable development. That's one. Now the second thing is that if you are considering doing your postgraduate, again, a climate change and sustainable development, you need to be a continuous learner, because trust me, it's a whole lot. A lot of courses you're studying, and they're, like I said, it's interdisciplinary, so you're learning several things across several topics. So you constantly have to be reading, you constantly have to be checking the news and to know what's happening in the climate space. You constantly have to be reading articles and all of that. So bear in mind, you need to be a continuous learner. You need to open your mind to learn new things and unlearn, because there are lots of misinformation out there. People do not really understand the science of climate change. We take what we read on the internet, we take what we see out there, and then we jump on it. But personally, coming into the program, I realized that there are a lot of things I needed to unlearn and then relearn, and it's really helped me, because now I do not speak as just an advocate or someone who is passionate about climate change. No, I speak because I'm getting the knowledge, I'm reading, and I am understanding what the issues really are. The third thing that I'm going to talk about is that it's a full-time program. See, postgraduate studies or doing your master's is not for the week. That's something I have to emphasize. It is not for the week. So mind you, it's a full-time program. You go to class from Monday to Friday, and in between that there are assignments, there are term papers you need to write, the articles you need to review and submit, their group work and presentations. See, it's a lot.
What's going on? Doctor, I'm done. Cut the show. I'm done. Take me off.
I'm not gonna lie, it is a lot. So you need to be really ready to sit on your toes and learn and do the work, put in the work. It's a lot, but at the end of the day, it is worth your while. At the end of the day, you are learning. At the end of the day, you are building your capacity. It's not just lecture student relationship. It's a whole lot happening. You know, there are class discussions, there are even class quizzes and things, and you get an opportunity to learn. Yeah, that's the number 3. And then number 4 is that you should understand that doing your masters is also about building networks and connections. Nobody is an island. Take your time and mingle. Take your time and make friends. You meet people from different professions, different backgrounds, which makes, to me, that's the beauty of it. Meeting people who are coming from the civil service, who are coming from development organizations, NGOs, people who have their own companies, and every day you're learning something new from somebody, which is adding up to what you already know. And you know, after school, sometimes your next opportunity or your next big break might come from a connection you made while you're in school. Yes, it's in as much as you're going to school, you're coming to study, like to get the knowledge. It's also important to note that you are making connections, you are building networks and contacts that after school is going to help you, right? So that's the 4th thing. So the last and the final thing I'm going to talk about is that you should have a plan. I know everybody has a plan for going to school. Some people, for career reasons, they need a certificate to get upgraded in the organizations. But beyond that, I think you should have a personal plan. Like I mentioned, climate change is very interdisciplinary, and a lot of the misconception out there is that, even for me, before I started this program, I treated this as a general something. So yeah, everybody talks about climate change, right? But it was later I realized that, okay, I wanted to build a specific skill or a specific niche for myself in the climate sector, which borders on communication. I wasn't seeing a lot of people doing climate communication, and most of the things, like I said, were misinformation. And so if I want to build a career in this specific area, then I need to understand what climate change is really about. And that's why I am in school, so that if I stand somewhere and I call myself a climate communications professional, I know that I carry the knowledge, I am ethical enough, I know what it means to speak on certain issues, okay? And it's why I say you need a plan, because after school I know that, okay, yeah, this is the trajectory, this is where I am going, and this is what I want to do. To have a plan, know your area, know where you want. If it's policy that you're more interested in, if it's climate change and health, if it's carbon accounting, carbon market, whatever area, adaptation, mitigation, fine, but you need to have a plan for yourself. And yeah, be an expert, be a thought leader. And it's interesting because just recently I wrote an article, had amazing feedback from my professors, which I thought was very good, and it's why I'm in school, so that when I get out of there, those experiences can shape the work that I do. Yeah, those are my 5 tips that I'm sharing with you today. I hope it helps you even if you are not considering climate change and sustainable development, I think these are things that still you can take with you, and these are honest and real experiences based on what I have experienced so far in my first semester. So yeah, thank you all so much for staying again. If you watched up till now, I love you so much, and please keep supporting, like, share with someone, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's build this community together. If you've not watched my previous video, please leave a link down below, and then you can watch my previous videos. And if you have any question or any comments, if there's any topic that you also want me to talk on, you can also comment that down below. I'll be happy to address that probably in the subsequent videos that I'll do. So thank you so much for staying, and catch you in the next video. Bye.
Oh my God!